honestly, they have to counter this aggression, and they're playing it as standard and as simple as you can get. Old school classic composition from DFM.
You know why this kind of works? So Akame was previously on the KO and he played it quite well. These are a lot of the same role overlaps. But
looking to be straight into B, but held at bay from a bit of this util.
Well, May up and over the top, able to go ahead and just get on top of RB there with that frenzy in hand. And ooh, Jinbung with a hell of a shot before Ivy can drop down into the site. May is continuing to press forward. Fans just playing into Ali will finally be taken down here by Dambi, but playing an immense amount of value with that frenzy in hand. Dambi now all alone, sending out the relay bolt, but all of DFM, the remaining 4 players, able to just safely tuck back around this corner.
How does a frenzy do that at that distance?
Feeling like a classic frenzy. But it is able to do that in quite some time. Well, with that, DFM, they will find their first pistol of this series. Quick checks coming through. May up and over the top to swing out. Ivy able to find a little lick of damage, but can't find much more than that. I mean, Persia, however, one apiece as Francis does manage to get another. Do they try to just pivot this? I mean, they have time, but they're widely going to be boxed in. And okay, they do well to avoid getting isolated. GN with a 4K. Go ahead and get DFM that second round victory. Smoke there out in front. May once again trying to see if he can catch somebody off guard, but as they get that ping reveal, the recon doing wonders. May is able to find Dambi at the end of it all. Persia trying to hold here on Cat, will be able to take down Akame. Finds that kill, gets the spot out onto Jet's head, but can't take it off quite just yet. Swings in, spots 2. Paranoia should be good. With RB there as a second layer, they are able to save them off for now. At the same time, though, able to find Francis. The site's been opened up, and it's really on May to try to survive, but he cannot. So now a 2v3 as RB just able to drag that Vandal across. Going forward, RB trying to find him, but May able to get on top of him a little bit faster, react a little bit quicker, a little bit cleaner. He finds his second as Francis will fall. Persia's still trying to hold his own here on the site. And May continuing to wreak havoc, finds Dambi at the same time. Ivy will clear that. He's playing the angle to try to watch for it.
Spike planted.
Ivy's going to reposition. Rotate over, at least break the door. Try to shake them up, but Judge now in hand from May. Swinging the court, finds a great timing as the Nano gets tossed. The drone, he might try to make a play off the back of this one. Has not spotted him. May now going for the entry. There's the first shot, looking for the second, nails it. That's going to be taken down. GN is able to reply. That is a great little player advantage established here for Nongshim as they look to try to pull off a thrifty. You still have that Bucky in hand as well for Dambi. He's allowed access into the site, but for now, May is looking to stave him off. Fast lane now coming through. Relay bolt going to be tossed. Paranoia connecting. Is it GN? Able to find anything there. Just get flushed out, but Jinbung coming away with 2, playing out from door, and it's a nice little push in front of May, making it easy for him. Francis will fall. May's patience.
See if that's going to be the angle, but it's the Blaze Storm of May that I'm a little bit more interested in, especially if there's a battle against Dambi, for example.
There's a Bucky behind it as well. But Dambi with a nice little angle. Very cognizant of this play from DFM. Finds one. What is that? That is ridiculous. B-main control, though, firmly in the hands of Nongshim, and the spike now on the floor. Akame going to need to pull out a couple more miracle shots, perhaps. 50 seconds remaining. Sees Francis. Ivy now ready to maybe double up on this angle. They're just going to catch him with util in hand. Now, leaves it all to May. Up and over the top. Finds the first. Looking for the reset. Gets close. Needed one more dagger. Relay bolt into the corner. They're very suspicious about this. And yeah, the Cloudburst will confirm those suspicions. Overdrive going to be popped. Up and over the top goes May, but RB is there with the crunch. Is able to find one, but Jimbin Cess able to find some answering fire. Swing out. Jen wins the battle at Cat. As it's going to be a pick up of the spike. Jen now looking to try to bring this one forward, but already last 2 players rotating into position here. You don't have a Hunter's Fury. You can have maybe a stalemate lockdown. But Ivy's just swinging forward, so it seems like he's not going to look to try to invest that one at GN, despite being low HP. Still is able to find that headshot. Unless no one clears this recon, which, okay, they don't. But it doesn't matter. He cannot find the shots.
Yeah. Where do you expect this one to go?
Well, Dambi is just going to go straight forward. He's right into the smoke. And oh, what a turn back from him with a Bucky.
Francis?
Great reaction as Francis is able to find 2. Suddenly they're in such a bad spot. GN dropping down, plants his feet, finds one. Jinbung on the cross out from tiles, finds another. Now finds himself alone. His weapon's going to be recovered. He's going for the reload, and Jinbung hits the god timing onto Persia. Gonna be a lot safer for him to maybe not stick around.
Yeah.
Dambi will have to pull back, but no, instead he's just gonna pre-fire into the smoke there at main. Comes away with a kill. RB now, the one that's tucked behind the box. Detain onto one player. As Ivy does get caught. Dambi trying to flush him out of the smoke, and the Sun is able to do so. Jin gets caught off guard by Francis. So they know how risky it is for themselves to lose these weapons as well. So need to try to build up that economy. Like you said, DFM do have plenty of cash to continue to get these buys going. Paranoia zoning back. Francis here for the moment, but he got Persia in deep. Oh, Tailwind gonna be botched, but still. Jinbung there to cover. RP trying to find something, but
Have a chit chat with the team to figure out a bit of a strategy going in towards the next round.
you know, drop the pit, lock off the A site, judge in hand for RB. Something to that effect. Of Bucky for Dambi continues to be just still good value. Smoke now, cycle forward, just goes for the swing, but Cess does not get caught by the Paranoia. Very well prepped here as DFM. Dambi in the right place at the right time. Pinned in, Cloudburst down. Hunter's Fury to try to peel the pressure. It goes forward with that shorty, but fast! Oh boy! Welcome to APAC average round. Getting a little bit silly. He thought his teammate was still being pressured, still being pushed, and instead May ends up getting caught up in the crossfire there. Janet will be able to fight back and try to keep them in this round. Player advantage is there, but Dambi still is as well with the operator. Here at Heaven.
Spike planted.
Across the shot connecting, Cess going to be taken down.
Got to be a lockdown angle, and you can see they're already with this util.
He's got the fragment ready to try to counteract this one, but can he nail it to perfection?
One enemy
But
remaining.
now with GN breaking forward, becomes a lot more at risk. Fragment lobbed down, the spot on the one, but the bailout is there.
Oh, kind of hoping you're able to come away with this one and maybe just use the Viper's Pit that you've held for the next half.
Yeah, for quite some time. Quick little exit there. GN, however, still able to find that kill. Francis holding, getting spammed out. Great shots from May. So the Nano's now going to be popped, but Jinbung does get taken down by that. Ivy scaling forward, able to find the one, looks for the transfer onto the second, doesn't make it happen. Dambi looking to try to aggress forward. He pushes back out of that fast lane, and he will fall. Spike now planted. A couple seconds to spare, and RB has to try to bail them out. CCN May taking that fight for a brief little moment, opts to back away, and Cess will be able to find it in the end. 9-3, DFM.
They used the animated background one instead of a screensaver.
I've not used a screensaver in years. Well, it's going to be an attempted crunch outside of A main here, but
from Francis, it's what they're angling towards at the current time.
going over the top. Does he get the spot here on the close angle? It does not, so Cess is able to find one, but nothing more. RB quickly will just go ahead and push forward. Yeah, this is looking like all Nongshim all day long in the second pistol, and it will be. So a fourth round win for them, 3-1 in pistols overall. May with that Sheriff. Three players around the corner, Tailwind pop, but shot just goes right past Dambi. Unable to find that kill, so Relay Bolt looking to try to break their way forward in towards Tree, and it will work a treat. And Jinbung out in mid, able to find one there on the cross, but that's the one casualty that Nongshim can very much still afford. Damage has been exchanged, so Jinbung down to 50 to try to see if maybe he can finish the job started here on the Dambi.
Yeah, maybe. As long as Dambi doesn't move from his current position, it should be A-okay, and now he's just been spotted out anyways.
Paranoia even just to go ahead and try to guarantee this one, forces him out into the open, where Francis can collect. And that turret gone, Paranoia sent. Dambi pushing forward here into the smoke, able to avoid those shots. Taps the switch, door quickly going to be broken down here, but the spike is now planted. You've got Ivy on the approach from top mid. Peeks in, finds GN, just tucks back around, and now they constantly have to be worried about that. For the push, but RB holding the door with the stinger in hand, able to find himself a second kill as May does get taken down. Akame only able to find one. Damn near flawless. Nongshim, a massive weapon upgrade, but well, sends out one pump, sends out the second. Just some damage found as Dambi. So hard to try to snipe down out of the air. Jinbung now going to be overwhelmed. Paranoia does connect, but Perch is able to pull back, and now RB on this flank, able to strike. He gets his one, he gets out, just leaving DFM reeling.
One enemy remaining.
The face forward. And yep, there's Ivy just slinking up, closing in. Shock Dart clears
30
one.
seconds left.
Bit of damage forward here on the Dombey as he tries to push up. As there's the Hunter's Fury, the drop down, and oh boy, Cess is completely turned around. And given that you have the op, given that you are very much outnumbered, these three remaining players from DFM are going to have to just go for a save. Nongshim are going to be one round away from tying this up.
And you're just in another postcode as well at the moment, right? I think they're fighting on the back of it. I'm surprised there was no early rotation calls.
Kame needing to hold this weapon. Sees the slow creep up, eventually does steady it. So RB, he's more than happy to give his life for the cause. It's going to be cash capped regardless, as will Ivy be. So may as well send him out, see what you can find.
Ivy has as well picked up that lockdown. So yes, there's an investment of a Hunter's Fury going into this round, but even then, the next ultimate that they can cycle through is still technically a little bit unanswerable.
Back to May, the lockdown waited out. Big reveal. They're around the back, and May flushed out of market. Immediately paranoia across towards this alley position.
We've got two extremes just on this little hunt that we see Nongshim going to their spawn. DFM's attack looking great. You know,
Got back into May's hands. There's the entry attempt now coming through. Downbeat sprinting past that gap, now smoked off. May repositions to heaven. Tailwind popped, goes for a flick, and would have been a monstrous one, but he cannot make it connect. It's gonna have to come off the back of some good shots, just like that one. Finds the first, RB. Within the poison orb, slides back over in towards May and Francis. Gonna hold the door, quick tap, May gonna be taken down. Jinbong now lost as well. RB striking, finds Jian.
One enemy remaining.
As Downbeat drops down off the top of heaven and says he catches a glimpse, but he cannot catch the shot. Downbeat is the fish that maybe got away as he continues to poke and prod at this player. Says he loses his life, he loses his op, and DFM lose the round and the lead. Pivot coming in, but Jinbong not in a position to really try to utilize the lockdown here at the moment. Downbeat with a peek in towards alley. It's a decent amount of damage going to be suffered, but there's the reveal, and there's May able to find him
30 seconds left.
right through the wall.
20 seconds.
Oh, Jinbong. Okay, I'm going to have to see that one back as Francis Ivy Build's going to fall.
Spike
Sassy
down
able to find
B.
Persia as well, and that leaves RB alone in a 1v4. See if he can get a little bit more damage dealt, but he's completely surrounded. Akame able to just go ahead, pull back around the corner, and RB will eventually fall. Clean final shot there from May as DFM. They tie it up at 10-10. The timeout. We're waiting for it for the longest time. They finally call it. You hear Dombey starting to bound towards you. That's going to be a big threat. May swinging, able to find one. Does get spotted though, and RB is able to quickly collect the kill there on the back end. Seth's going to be able to find one before getting traded out, so in the end it's going to be a 3v3. Two flashes still available from Akame. Maybe trying to play him in, but they need to start doing that right now. Because here comes Dombey. Playing on the corner, swinging around the side, and there's the shorty to strike. Jan similarly does get taken down. Francis here at market steps.
Spike planted.
Yeah, able to survive that one as, oh, dearie me.
You know that Dami doesn't have the fast lane, but he's still got that sprint and slide.
He's ahead of that fragment, but Akame able to critically find that kill. Looking for the contact of Francis. Does nearly get taken down by that, but he's able to survive. The pinch down coming through here. As the market door gets broken open, and Meg just cannot turn back fast enough. But Sess is here to try to bail them out.
Down B.
15 seconds remaining. He's out of the open. Nets gift to the plant. RB all the time in the world. Paranoia will be able to get the catch, but it's going to go up and over the top of the box, and RB now can reposition. And GN, he is not going to be ready for this at all. It's a Red Bull clutch from RB as DFM, they have it in their hands. Can they even try to persevere from here? A round like that, a loss suffered in that fashion, and now Akame dead off the rip. May's just going to be shot out of the sky. Jinbong will be able to find one, but Dombey finds GN. This A site is now open, primed for the taking.
RB, I want RB on the plant. He would have got the pit. I mean, he's got it anyway.
This would be a Herculean effort from DFM to try to keep it going. Jinbong going to be spotted here on the drop down. They're able to double face in towards Hell. Persia dead. Jinbong finding another, but the time is starting to get away from them. The push forward, the Hunter's Fury, the layers are now coming to fruition. And for Nongshim, they will stick around here in the Stage 2 playoffs. They send DFM home, denying them a hope of advancing forward, denying them a hope of appearing in front of a home crowd in Tokyo.
Unfortunately, the ship has been banked here on the sands, grounded.